Hi, you're listening to the commentary track done by Josie J. Cox for Epic Video, also known as the mouthwashing video. This is a commentary, and it's the first one I've done. I've wanted to do one for quite a while for all my videos, but I haven't had one that I could actually, do it on because it just didn't fit my videos before. And I love stealing from Scott the Woz, so doing commentary tracks too is really fitting. I'm doing one on this video in particular because I have a lot to say about the production behind this video and just the topic itself that wasn't covered. So first off, this video, if you're wondering why it exists, it was a video I was initially having ideas for when the game originally came out. So I got the idea initially from talking with Agredius, who is also known as Bella. I may use that name interchangeably throughout. Bella and I had gone through multiple traumatic incidents in our life at this time when mouthwashing came out and we had played it. And we both love this game to death. We love this game is amazing. But at the time, even though it was amazing, like on its own, we especially found it amazing with just how much we connected with it in relation to incidents that we both went through. I'm not the one, who needs to talk about it because it's Bella's personal experience. It's theirs, but they especially had a horrible situation happen with them and their own friend group that, if anything, was very similar to what happened in mouthwashing, aside from getting stranded in space and murder, and other things, lots of other things. Pretty much nothing that actually happened in mouthwashing happened in real life, but the character dynamics were there. We got inspired by that to talk about this because I feel like, especially the topic of bystanders not reacting to terrible things their friends are doing, or enabling their friends to be terrible is something we just see way too often, especially around men. I don't really know Bella's personal experience around men, but I know mine. I know I've lived my whole life talking and interacting with men, so obviously I see a lot of different things about how people interact. And I don't like a lot of the way people interact. I think a lot of it is morally immature and morally bankrupt, and I don't think you should enable people. But that being said, it's a very complex thing because enabling someone does not inherently make you a terrible person. There's a lot of nuance in how things work, which is something we tried to get at in the video as best as we could. I remember one of the things that I wanted to say, and I don't think I did, is that shout out shout out Bella for making that one. They came up with that joke and the one at the very end in the outro. I love that. I love them for that joke. It's awesome. But back to what I was saying is that there's so much nuance in a game like mouthwashing, and even in a real life scenario version of mouthwashing. Just God, something in my throat. Just what was Curly supposed to do? Well, he could have froze Curly. He could have killed. Well, no, sorry. Curly could have froze Jimmy. He could have killed Jimmy. That's not really something he should have done, but he could. Or he could have, locked Jimmy somewhere. He can't get access to anyone. Either way, what Curly did was wrong and immoral and cowardly. And, just Bella and I, in many ways, related to that because we knew people who acted that way in our real lives. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better right now because of it. Yeah.
Quirky relationship quirk with even quirkier quirks to go with it, like being a terrible person. Fuck you, Jimmy.
I love the fuck you, Jimmy bits. Probably my favorite parts of the video. Oh, God, why? Don't fucking eat spaghetti right before you do a commentary track. Terrible idea. I don't know if it's noticeable, but I recorded some of this video 7 months ago. No, 8. It'd be 8. It was December because I made this video initially for a final project for a class. I think I wouldn't have made this video otherwise because like I love this game and I love this topic, but it's very obvious it's not a topic I normally talk about in videos. I don't try to talk about topics that this. I talk about topics very serious like this. I don't shy away from them, of course, but I don't normally talk about. I don't seek out talking about sexual assault and stuff like that in the videos that I make. It's just, but yeah. I made this for a final project in a class. I got a 99. Pretty sure the professor didn't even really watch it all because another assignment of mine was a corrupt file. So, like, literally inaccessible, and he gave that a 99 too. So, yeah. But the original draft of this video is available on the Patreon. Obviously, if you're watching this when I initially recorded this, you have the Patreon. But I will be posting this on YouTube on the second channel in, I don't know, like a couple months maybe? I don't know. I'll just schedule it for some day. Who knows? But, where was I? Oh, right, yeah, that class project stuff. I reworked the video after I reworked the Outlast one because the Outlast video was also a class project. But for a completely different class. I did that one in about April, and then I reworked the video in May, and then I ended up releasing it in June. This one, I hesitated to finish this one for so long, and hey, there's a mistake! That was not supposed to be animated like that. That was a keyframe mistake on my part. That hopefully will never happen again. It's because I messed up all how I did the keyframes in this video. It's very annoying, obnoxious technical stuff that I hate. But yeah. But anyway, I finished the Atlas video and then I got to the mouthwashing, and that took forever just because, oh my god, I don't even know why it took forever. I just kept hesitating on it. I think it's because I'm so obsessed right now with Half-Life, and I really want my channel to become Half-Life focused and source game focused. That the idea of doing things like mouth washing and, eventually I'm planning to work on videos on Gmod and Creepypasta they're very old, but I need to finish them. I just feel like I need to for certain reasons that I will explain later probably. God, I need to stop coughing. Ugh, who invented coughing? Very stupid invention, whoever did that. What I was going to say is that I don't know if you can notice, but I recorded a lot of this 8 months ago. And then I rewrote my script because I wrote the initial script in like a very hurriedly amount of time to try to get it done for that final project. And I hate it. Obviously, that original version is on Patreon, but I hate it. It's so bad. And I say actual wrong things about the game, and we actually work that into this video where Bella corrects me on the toy horses thing, because that was a thing I initially believed and didn't understand the symbolism on. And I'm very glad we brought that up in this video, because a lot of the fandom doesn't understand that at all. Very little people actually seem to notice that. Also, I'm very sorry if you hear random background noises and the constant me grunting. Okay, that was intentional. But me grunting on accident, because I don't know. I'm not, I don't have a proper mic set up for this. I just have it laying on my desk in front of me. But I re-recorded like half the video. It was supposed to just be some lines, but I ended up feeling like I needed to re-record over half of it because some of the takes were bad, and then some of them I didn't like the wording, and then a lot of others I just didn't like what I said at all. So I think I've cut like 4 total minutes from the video by editing this down, and I definitely like this version a whole lot more. I think the order of the topics should have been reorganized. I feel like that caused some problems in how Bella and I approached this, because another reason it took us so long to get back to this and actually put it out is because Bella just didn't really know where to go, because that was my fault. I didn't, initially make this as a video that was designed for both of us to go through. And my initial plan was that Bella would add on segments to the already existing video file we had. That didn't really work. So Bella had to add in moments and stuff like that. And I worked with them to fix it. And honestly, it would just be better if we started over. Next time I do something like this, even if I'm taking a class project and reworking it so that something, someone else is talking on, or Bella specifically, because that will happen again in the future. I love working with Igredius. They're such a good friend of mine. I love all their art. You should go follow them on everything and give them money. I don't think there's a way to give them money, but you should give them money. Track my friend down and give them money. Don't do that. Speaking of, not tracking my friend down and giving them money, but it's my friend's good art. They made the Sona designs for themselves and me, and this is the debut of both of them, and I really love them. I really, really love them, and I was very conservative in how I used them throughout this video specifically, because honestly, I was lazy, but I also wanted to experiment in how they were used. Should I have them on screen for a majority of the time? Should I have them be more animated? Should I just have a still image for 4 seconds and then it goes to another for 4 seconds, or maybe even for 8 whole seconds, or 30 seconds, or 17 minutes? I did a lot of different stuff in this. And I think I'll make them far more animated. I really like how Melody No Surname does her Sonas. She's a really good YouTuber I've been watching recently. I really love how her Sonas are animated. And I think I'll do something akin to that, but I don't know if I'll use them as much as she does. Oh no, there's a mistake again. In the bottom right corner, you can see I accidentally left in the little mic button for NVIDIA. I stopped using NVIDIA around the time this came out, but not before this was recorded. Well, oh well. But yeah, Igredius, Bella Gredius made the, oh god, there's liquid on my table. What the Okay, I wiped that up. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell that was. I think I spilled water 30 minutes ago and I forgot about it. Whoops. Anyway, I don't. Thank you, Bella, for making art. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Thank you, Bella, for making art. Um, this was a point that I'm surprised Bella included, because I think it's a really good point. And I don't know, it just seems like one you'd expect to get a lot of flack for. And the video right now has been out for less than a day, so I can't say if we will get flack for it or not, but I really wonder if there's still as big of a movement of people who are going to be oh yeah, not all men are like this. And it's yeah, we know that. It's a systemic issue that applies to people in society, because gender is not a systemic thing, is it? Yes, it is. But whatever. You get what I'm saying. Point is that, I don't know what the point was exactly. I just think it's a very good point to mention here. And I think it really starts to tie the video together, referencing, the specific gender expectations and enablisms. That's not a word. Enablings of how men enable other men to do terrible, terrible things and keep doing terrible, terrible things. I think it's a very important point to reference here. Side note, the scene where Swansea chases Jimmy with the axe just played, and I just noticed, did Jimmy crawl through the vent to get down into the cockpit because that's where he was at the at like an earlier at like well at a later point, but it's shown earlier to us in the game. Also, shout out to Very Slow Girl Lily Very Slow Girl. Sorry, correcting myself. She'll kill me if I don't say that right. Lily Very Slow Girl helped me film that little Gmod bit right there. Yeah. Back to it. I was just noticing that like I didn't even realize it, but I think Jimmy climbed through the vent that Dice K went through, and I think that actually kind of makes a lot of sense, honestly. At least I think so, considering that no, it wouldn't make sense because that would make it so that Jimmy died in there. I wish that happened, but nope. Um, yeah. I was gonna point out all the different parts that are from the original script and are from this new script, but like there's so little parts in here that I can't even point them out. This entire outro, new. The last section between Bella's two sections, entirely new. The section before that, I think some of it was is like the only remaining material. Maybe I cut more than half of this video. Maybe I cut like the entire video and didn't even realize it. Maybe there's like only a minute and a half of the original left in here. Aside, like I wouldn't even say the visuals are the same because for that original video I used a Let's Play, which I credit in the sources because I think a couple clips still made it in here, just because I didn't want to change them because they were like so specific. But like, yeah. Oh, another note: Bella recorded that line at work because the day this video got finished, they what is it? The day the video got finished, they outright like uh forgot to record their lines. So I was just like, okay, can you record this one little line at work? And they were like, yeah. And honestly, I'm glad they did because it's funnier hearing them sound very embarrassed to talk out loud like that at lunch. So yeah, that's been the video, and thank you, Egredius and Jiminy Justin. Oh, wow, Egredius, very familiar sounding name, for supporting me. That's been the commentary. I might go film another once I clear whatever's in my throat, which I assume is a bunch of mucus, because I'm noticing I now think I sound very nasally. I really hope. I love that. Would be cool. That's a cool video. Turning myself into the nasal monster. That's. What did I just do? I need to think some things. Goodbye.